Okay, there's the cough. We've got the cough out of the way. Good morning. It's 22nd of February, coming up to the second anniversary of the big earthquake in Christchurch. I've just been out at Latimer Square filming the morning breakfast show with you all morning. Today I'm going to explain how to make jelly whip. I intend to later upload a video that shows how to do it, but you will need, this is my famous jelly whip, you will need 2 standard packets of jellies of the same flavour. These ones are both orange, can be any. I use the cheapest ones you can get. In New Zealand that's Pam's brand at Pack and Save. But just 2 of the cheapest packets of jellies that normally make up 500 mils each jelly, which is less than 1 imperial pint, and it's 1 American pint. You also need a can of evaporated milk. Now it's unsweetened evaporated milk. Okay, again, use the cheapest one you can buy, and in New Zealand that's Pam's, and it's available at Pack and Save, which is about 2/3 the price of the one in Countdown. But they're all the same. Just don't go for a light or no fat one. Go for a standard evaporated milk. All it contains is milk. It's been evaporated roughly 50% away, and it has some vegetable gum, vegetable oil stuff in it. Do not get, just wanted to make that quite clear, these smaller cans of sweetened condensed milk. You can see they're normally sold in a smaller can. This sweetened condensed milk's used for making various sauces and things. Do not get this one. The sweetened condensed milk is the wrong one. Do not get it. The other things you'll need: a bowl sufficient to make your jelly in, something that you're going to pour your thing in when you leave it and to eat it, so a bigger bowl or a pretty bowl or whatever, a can opener to open the can of milk, and if you can get one of these sort of bartender buddy ones, where's the camera, there's, get one of these sort of bartender buddy ones, it makes a bigger hole in the top. Otherwise you've only got a little wee, you end up making a little hole, you're trying to get some stuff in. You also need like an electric mixer. Could probably use a hand mixer if you've got bionic arms. And this is important, you need a straight-sided mixing bowl. You can't just mix in this. If you mix in this, you'll end up wearing most of your jelly whip. You must get a straight-sided bowl that normally comes with a mixer. This one's a crockery one, some of them are plastic. Okay, and this is the method. You take your 2 jellies, you put the crystals in the bowl. You measure 375 mils, and in American, you work that out for yourself. It's 375 millilitres, or 375 cc's of near boiling water. Pour it in, mix up your jelly, okay? Standard, like you do for normal jelly. Now, you put that in the fridge for probably half an hour until it's coolish but not set. So it's still liquid. It'll set a little bit on the bottom. Then you take it out of the fridge. So you want it cool. It can be tepid, but it has to be nearly cool, and it'll often have, it will have set a little bit on the bottom. What I then do is get a little bit of boiling water in the bottom of a saucepan and just sit this over top of it just to melt that little wee bit in the bottom and stir it around again so it's nice and liquid but cool. Then you get this. You get your bartender buddy can opener thing, make an air hole and a great big hole. First of all, give it a good shake for about a minute. You hear it rattles a lot at first. It's got this vegetable gum in it, which I guess is just a thickened form of vegetable oil. It helps to make it stay thick. So give it a good shake for about a minute. If you have an assistant, you used to get the assistant to give it a good shake. See, now it's not rattling. Okay, that's fine. Now you'll okay. Put this in this bowl. And give it a blast of this on full speed for about 2 minutes. Its volume will increase by about 3 or 4-fold, because a tin in that size dish is only a centimetre or half an inch in the bottom. So it'll froth up to several centimetres or an inch or two in the basin. Stop the mixer for a minute. If you've got an assistant, that's cool. Are these cans, just out of interest, this is 370 or 375 ml, depending on the brand. So as you see, we've effectively got a 50-50 mix of milk and jelly, because we used 375 ml of near boiling water to make that up. Then we pour our cold jelly into the this one, and we continue mixing it on full speed with super motor device here for another 2 to 4 minutes or whatever. And in this size bowl, which is about 6 inches or 150 millimeters tall and about 8 inches or 200 millimeters across, it'll usually come up to within about a centimetre of the top. Where's our centimetre of the top? So it'll usually come up to almost the top. Sometimes it froths up more than others. Sometimes I have to stop beating because it would come up over the top. But generally it comes to almost the top of this bowl. Then what you do is you take your pretty bowl, you pour it in, you put that in the fridge, and it sets like a normal jelly, and that's your jelly whip. And generally 2 jellies with 375 mils of hot water and 1 375 ml can. It will completely fill this bowl, and I have a little bit left over. I put in another couple of wee bowls. But yeah, effectively it fills this bowl and a little bit besides. That's just under 7 minutes, and that's the talk on how to do the jelly whip. Keep it in the fridge until you're about to serve it, because it's got jelly and milk in it. Obviously it needs to be kept refrigerated, and don't eat it if you're allergic to jelly, gelatine or milk products. Just a point, these cans actually have a use by date on them. When you buy them, the use by date is usually about 9 months away or something. Refrigerate it first, actually. Keep it cold right through first. You could put it in the fridge 24 hours before you intend to use it. I just store mine in the fridge. In the past, I have accidentally had enough stored in the fridge that I then had to some about 4 years past the use by date, and they were 100% fine. But they'd been in the fridge for all that time. So there you go. It does have a use by date, and it's supposedly about 9 months from when first packaged, but there we go. And I want to hear back from the taste test. Tell me how good yours was. Stop.